Hello and welcome back to another episode of Success with Jess. I'm Jess and tonight we're doing it in my office. Got a little candle happening over here on my workbench and we're going to talk about burnout. And just a big disclaimer right up front. If you don't identify yourself as a female or the divine feminine in spirituality, this video will not be relevant for you at all. I'm going to be purely talking from a female standpoint tonight. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about burnout, how I experienced it recently over the last couple of months, and what I'm doing about it. Because it's kind of something that's hit me. I started when my daughter was 4 months old. So a little story time. And she wasn't much of a sleeper. She was up every 2 hours eating, so I didn't get much sleep. And I also was working, so whenever she was napping, I was working. I wasn't resting. And I did that basically for 3.5 years. We'll say 3.5 years. So I was just go, doing, like really in the masculine energy, and the masculine energy is all about doing and completing tasks and energy and moving and thinking, and it's all like up here in your head, like the energy, the masculine energy. So I was like stuck in this energy for about 3.5 years. Like, it served me well. I accomplished a lot and did a lot and built quite a big business in 3.5 years, but as you know, or you might not know, I moved like down south of, so I lived in like the north part of Western Australia, and I moved down south where it was cooler, and we did like a complete lifestyle change, and we went totally self-employed, like my partner and I. So obviously I was still self-employed, but he wasn't. He was working for a company, and we quit that and moved down here. And so there was like it was a very big move, like 1,500 kilometers, like driving. So it was a 19.5-hour drive. So he did that 4 or 5 times, that drive. And I just did it once and brought my daughter and my dogs and my chickens with me. So I just did the drive once. But then when I got here, the house was filthy, had to unpack, and my work stuff was like literally piled in this room. It was absolutely insane, and I was super overwhelmed. I wanted to quit. I didn't want to work anymore. Didn't want to do this business anymore. My daughter's getting to the age where she's got to go to school, and with the new government crap going on and stuff, I have to homeschool her, and like I'm seriously getting to the point where it's like, what do I do? I feel like quitting. I've got all this stuff, and I was like really overwhelmed. And I'm sure maybe at some point in your business careers you've encountered this. So this is what I'm doing, okay? I have moved into this new phase of doing business where instead of being like all in the masculine energy up here, where it's just do, and you know, think and overthinking, can't sleep, always gotta do stuff, like I'm moving into connecting back into my feminine energy. So this is all about feeling our bodies, receiving, and being, which is totally different than the masculine energy. And so how do you do a business when you're like this? Well, what's super interesting about this is that I actually am accomplishing more now in my feminine energy, where I just take periodic dips into the masculine energy. So what I mean is, like, when I go into work mode now, I'm doing short periods of time with very specific goals. I'm getting them completed, and then I'm getting out. So it's really nice having this. I've got this big room. It extends beyond my workbench that you can see here. It's got all my stuff in it, and the rest of my house is totally not have anything to do with work. Whereas my old house, it was smaller, and I had everything on top of, like, so I had no division between my work and my life. Everything was just on top of each other, so it was so easy to work because it was just there all the time. Whereas like now in my house, I got a way bigger house, and I have a separate room for work, like a huge, so this house has like 2 living rooms. Okay, this is the best way to describe it. This big front living room is my office, and then I have another living room that's my like living room, and I have no work stuff in it at all. It's really nice. If you don't have a dedicated workspace that's like separate from the rest of your house, really recommend trying to make one for yourself, because it just totally changed the way that I spend my energy now, because I choose when I go to work. I love that, don't you? Walk into another room, and I choose when I'm not working. So when I'm not working, I'm relaxing, I'm journaling, I'm being, resting, meditating, actually sleeping, because I wasn't sleeping. I did about like 4-hour nights for about 3.5 years. Totally nuts. I was absolutely exhausted. And I also took a month off where I just didn't work. So I shut my shop down on the 10th of December, and I had like wholesale orders and things and packing, so I didn't actually rest in December. And then I drove down to this new house on January 1st, and so basically all of January it was just like unpacking, resting, and I didn't work. And then I opened my shop back up in February. And I actually didn't plan to do this. I planned to open back on Boxing Day. That never happened. What actually happened was the move was a mess, and my daughter was having some issues moving, so I had to push everything off track. Like, it just totally didn't work. And then, yeah, my moving, there was like I did another episode where I did like a story about how my stuff got stuck when I was moving. I'll put a link to that video up in the cards. I think it's there, so that if you want to watch it, and I'll put it in the description, you can hear the whole story there. But yeah, it was just a mess. I hadn't planned to take that break, but I did take it, and I didn't open up till the 1st of February until I had time to rest, unpack, get reorganized, and then, yeah, took it from there. And then now when I'm doing things, I'm being super strategic about what I'm actually doing. I'm trying to accomplish little tiny tasks, and I'm not necessarily having a planner. I haven't evolved to that stage yet, but I have like a to-do list. And then I actually never did this really before, where I actually did what's on my list. I don't know, I would write them and then never do anything with them. It's like ridiculous. I had some sort of issues with finishing projects, so now I'm like, nope, you're finishing this is what you're doing, and then you're moving on, and you're taking your photos and you're getting them listed, and you're, you know what I mean, like one little step at a time, and actually following through with what I'm doing. Yeah, but also when I'm working, I'm being more conscious of how is my body feeling. Am I getting tired from standing? Am I getting worn out? My legs are always like aching, and then, you know, things like that. Today I was like standing over there and I was like, oh, I feel like I need a stool. So I might get a stool, and just listening to my body more, because I really wasn't. I got really, really, really tired to the point where it forced me to look into, because my diet's good. I eat really healthy and I take vitamins, and you know, I drink enough water. Wasn't getting enough sleep, but I am now. And I was like, why am I so detached from myself? Like tired and detached. Because even energetically, I was feeling like really out of it. So yeah, connecting back in with my feminine energy seriously helped me. And I'm going to do another video exactly how I'm doing that as I do it for a bit longer and I get a bit more of a handle on it, and then I'll share exactly how I'm switching that energy and what I'm doing to embody a different kind of energy and using it in business, because this is really new to me, but I really see the results of how it's working for me and how I'm embodying it and executing it. So yeah, this is new, and I hope that this was helpful for you in the fact that you're not always stuck in your masculine energy, and that maybe you feel into your body a bit more and you allow yourself to be more feminine and bring that into your business in different ways. Okay, I will see you in the next video, and if this was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear in the comments from you if you feel like you're always stuck in your masculine energy. Are you constantly just on the do and overthinking? If that's you, let me know down below, okay? I'll see you next video, and I'm going to get to work on writing down exactly what I'm doing on the mastering, bringing the feminine energy into my business, and how you can bring it into yours to really make things work better for you. Okay, see you next time.